Alrighty, let's talk about 3 deep stash running backs to add to your dynasty football team. Which one we starting with, Kyle?
I'm going to start with Antonio Gibson. I feel like he is probably one of the most criminally underrated running backs in the league right now because for some reason the Commanders never wanted to play him, and I don't get it because when he did, he was one of the most efficient running backs in the league. I mean, we're talking top 5 efficiency ratings here. Like, it's incredible. He played receiver in college, come to the pros, switched him to running back, did great. For some reason, decided to still draft Brian Robinson. He got shot in the leg, came back, and still overtook the starting spot over Gibson when Gibson really didn't give him a reason to, other than, he's had some problems with injuries. But when he plays, he is efficient, he is very good, and he's a free agent this year. He might finally get to go to a team that will utilize him correctly. And for what you can get him for right now, which is super cheap as a throw-in on a trade, I'm all about it.
I think you're right. I think if the price is right, then go for it. It's worth the dart throw. He he did post career lows this year, but it's because he was criminally underutilized, right? Like, this guy was touted as a receiving back because he was a receiver, and everyone got all excited. Oh, here we go. He's another Austin Eckler or something, just going to catch a bunch of balls, which is very, very valuable in PPR. And then they just don't do it. It didn't make any sense. So hopefully he can find his way onto a team that will utilize his skill set, and that value will go up. Like I said, you can get him super cheap right now, so get him as a throw-in. I mean, people are giving up on this guy, so
yep,
go for it. Alrighty, let's move to your next one then. Who you got?
My next guy, even as a Sooner fan, I like this guy a whole lot in the NFL, and that's Roschon Johnson. I know. I hate to say it about a Texas player, but this guy has a 3-down back skill set. And because he was playing behind Bijan Robinson, he still has a lot of tread on his tires. So I think because Herbert's all right, but he's best used as a complementary back. I think it's only a matter of time before Roschon just takes that backfield over outright. Yeah, Herbert will still get some spot, carries and catches, but honestly, Roschon deserves to be the lead back in this backfield. I think the only reason he didn't get to this year was because he was a rookie, and they wanted to just kind of defer to the veteran Herbert. But he had some flashes this year when he had chances, and with a full workload, I think he could be, top 15, 20 running back in the league.
Yeah, I mean, that seems to be kind of the consensus, right? Like, I think I've heard lots of people talking up Roschon, and Bears fans really like Roschon from what I've heard too. But, like you said, it was his rookie year, and the season was pretty shot. So it's like, why wear out this rookie? Get him some experience. Keep him young. You already said he has a lot of tread left on the tires. Keep him that way. Why wear him down and run him into the dirt when you don't need to? Herbert's a decent back. But I think, like you said, Roschon Johnson has, the full skill set to be a 3-down back. And
Yeah.
I know if Bears fans are excited about him, that makes me like him too. But I think a lot of people are scared of Herbert just not letting Roschon Johnson get the workload needed. And I mean, maybe one more season of worrying about Herbert.
Maybe
a little bit, but
I think he has 2 years left on his contract. But it's his rookie contract. Like, they can trade him, they can whatever. But the thing is, everybody loves Roschon, but Herbert being there is what's keeping his dynasty value so low, and that's why you can have a shot at getting him pretty cheap.
Yeah, get him now before the price rises for sure.
Yeah.
Alrighty, let's go on to your next one then. Who's your third running back?
My third running back, he doesn't have the lead back potential, I don't think, that the other two that I stated do. But Keaton Mitchell has a lot of upside. And because he tore his ACL at the end of the year, he's a little bit cheaper now than he would have been if he'd have got to continue to play on through the playoffs.
Yeah.
So take advantage of that, because once he comes back from that, the rest of their backfield's free agents this year. All the rumors of bringing in Derrick Henry and all that might last a season or two. I don't think Keaton will ever be the actual lead back there, but he's proven to be electric and efficient with minimal carries, and that's the kind of guys you look for in a little bit deeper dynasty leagues, the stash guys like that. For you need someone to fill in a bye week in a pinch. Like he can jump in there and get you a handful of carries and throw down 10 points for you. Those are the kind of guys you want to kind of stash on your bench for sure.
Yeah, no, you said it right. Keaton Mitchell is electric. He comes in and has that high energy. I can see him kind of being in that old Tony Pollard or now like a Jalen Warren, where he comes in off the bench and almost is more efficient fantasy-wise than the actual starter.
Yeah.
You know, he's that kind of guy where he's not the starter, but like you said, on a bye week or something, you're plugging him in there with confidence. You know, because he showed how efficient he was this year. Granted, he got hurt, but every running back in Baltimore seems to get hurt
every year.
So interesting. But that's a whole nother video that maybe we'll make for viewers another time. Either way, Keaton Mitchell, get him cheap now, because people are starting, especially with drafts coming up, people are starting to try to clear roster spots for their picks. You might be able to get Mitchell for cheap. Someone just looking something for nothing. Would you give up a draft pick for him? Like a rookie draft pick in your dynasty?
I'd give up, and every league has a different number of rounds, but like a third or fourth, I'd give up for him, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it'd be more than that. I think there's more potential in the first and second round than him. But for a third round pick, I think he's totally worth it.
Yeah, I think that's an interesting move to make.